Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I wanted to talk about Russell Wilson and Ciara. I don't think about Russell Wilson or Ciara very often. I just know the basics about their relationship from what I've kind of just run across in tabloids and things like that. But I saw this really interesting comment from what appears to be a black man. I think he's a black man. And it triggered some people online, and there were a lot of comments about his comment. So I thought I would put some things in context to kind of break some of these things down for you. So let's talk about Russell Wilson and Ciara, but really let's talk about you and I in a bigger context in terms of what love is. So we're gonna get started on drboystv.com. Hit the thumbs up button. We're just getting started right now.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to drboystv.com, the home for intelligent black people. Now, I'm not really going to talk specifically about any particular person, but I wanted to bring up this comment, not just because of what this one guy said. I mean, the internet's full of thousands of people that have a lot of things to say. But actually, this comment was interesting to me because I see a lot of young brothers who feel this way. And I want to kind of address some of this because I think it's really disturbing. So I'm going to pull this up. This is on my Instagram. My Instagram is the real Boyce Watkins. And this guy, it says Christopher Turner is his name. I don't know Chris, but his comment was real interesting. So he was responding to an article that says Russell Wilson admits his biggest fear is losing Ciara. And what Christopher says, and this is not attacking Christopher, but this is just, we just have to be honest about this. It's kind of interesting. He says, typical simp behavior. You're a highly paid football star. Bitches gonna line up to fuck with you. Ciara don't even look that good. You can get somebody way finer than her. You're more valuable than she is. She should be afraid of losing you. She's a washed up R&B singer. If you leave, I doubt she's going to be able to get anyone else of your caliber unless they're also a simp. Now, why am I responding to this comment? Not because I have anything to say to this guy. I don't know this guy. I responded to the comment because I think that because this is reflective. There are a lot of black men who think this way. A lot of sick young brothers that I think have been misguided on what masculinity is. And also, I saw a lot of black women who were really hurt and triggered by that comment, and it went viral. So I just felt the need to step up here and kind of address some of this. And so let me break some of this down. First off, he has a right to his opinion. He can say whatever he wants to say. Um, but let's talk about where remarks like this come from and what this looks like. First of all, this starts with white supremacy. The white man is the one who taught you that the black woman ain't nothing. The white man is the one who taught you to disrespect your women. The way you judge the equality of a community, the success of a community, is how you treat your women. Because remember, if somebody looked at your mama like this, if somebody looks at your mama like she wasn't nothing, she was a piece of dirt, then that would affect you. You wouldn't be who you are if someone was mistreating your mother. A lot of us had mothers who were disrespected. So remember that when you talk about a black woman, you're talking about the only people in our community who are capable of actually giving life to black men or black women or anybody. Black women are the givers of life in the community. And so just starting there, that is one thing I think that's important for men to understand, no matter what you're talking about. And this is not on no let's put every black woman on the pedestal thing or every black woman's a queen type thing. I don't buy into that because let's just be honest. Not every woman is a queen. You got to earn that title. You got to make people earn it if you want it to mean anything. So you can't run around calling everybody a queen because everybody ain't a queen, just like everybody ain't a king. I don't know if this guy's a king or not, but he doesn't sound like a king. He sounds like a court jester. He sounds like a joke. He sounds like a little boy. He doesn't sound like a man. So I'm not going to call him king. I would say you could be a king, but kings have to engage in king-like behavior. If you don't act like a king, then why am I going to call you a king? If I call everybody a king, that's like when back in the I don't, I'm not 22 years old, right? I'm not a kid. And I remember when they started giving everybody trophies. Remember when they started giving everybody trophies, even the fat kid who got last place would get a trophy. Well, if you give everybody a trophy, then the trophies don't mean nothing. If you give everybody an award, then your awards are worthless. Your awards become inflated like fiat currency. so so I don't call everybody king and everybody queen, because some of y'all I'd be lying to you if I call you a king and you ain't a king, and I don't respect you as a king, then you're not a king. Period. I'm not gonna call you that. So for the sake of honesty, everybody's not a king, everybody's not a queen. Now, when you're talking about this, though, there is a baseline respect for humanity that I think is important when you're talking about men and women and all that stuff. Also, here's the thing. One of the interesting things about this comment is that when you hear guys that talk like this, because he's not the only one, there's a lot of guys who feel that way. There's a lot of guys I've seen when they see a black man honoring a black woman, they start saying, "Oh, that's simping behavior. That's simping." Well, where that kind of mindset comes from is it actually comes out of fear. Most of the men who might talk that way, the action is basically based on this basic idea that says, I'm going to dominate and disrespect you before you get a chance to hurt me. I'm not going to make my I'm so scared of being hurt. I'm so scared of getting my feelings hurt because my mama, I hate my mama because my mama treated me like shit, or I'm mad because my baby mama took my son away, or women have dumped me in the past and broke my heart. And so in order for me to maintain that position of dominance, I am never going to allow myself to be vulnerable at any level. You see that happening in a traumatized community. Black people were really good at traumatizing each other because we all got that post-traumatic slave disorder. So you see a lot of women that do the same thing. You see a lot of women that won't let themselves be vulnerable to a man because they are afraid. They are just scared. And so if it can happen with women, it happens with men too. You have a lot of men that get into that whole that whole like I'm pimping these hoes type mindset because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be lovable. They don't want to love anything. They don't love anybody. It becomes very the relationships become very shallow, very weak, and very fragile. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not judging if that's how you live, and who cares? I mean, I'm not here to tell you how your relationship should go, but typically comments like that come out of fear. It, yes, I'm on a live stream right now. You need something? Hold on. My kids are calling me. Yeah, what is it? Okay. Sorry, I got kids. So so let me get back to it. So sorry. All right. So basically, when you hear guys, that kind of get into that whole like women ain't shit, like f these hoes and that type of stuff, that's just fear. That's literally the little boy coming out, kind of saying that I've been in love before. I fell in love with a woman once. It broke my heart, and I do not want that to happen again. So the best way for me to avoid being hurt is to remain dominant. Now, here's another interesting little piece to that comment. When clearly a guy that makes a comment like that, the one that he made about Russell Wilson and Ciara, is driven by this lack of understanding of the difference between a replaceable woman and a high value, meaningful woman in your life. And only grown men understand this. Like all the grown ass men in the room, please say something because that's who you are. So all the grown men kind of get this. So the grown men understand. See, I think Christopher Taylor, somebody named Christopher Taylor's in here. Are you the Christopher Taylor who made that comment? Oh no, Chris says Christopher Turner. He says, "No offense, boys, you are a simp like Russ. You just got a bag like him. If you don't have a bag, your chick would not be with you." I don't know. I mean, I think it's your right to make that point, but let me make a counterpoint. Here's the counterpoint because I knew when I had money and all that stuff. I saw the women looking at me and whatever. But what happens is that, and grown men understand this, is that there are women everywhere, right? Big booties, nice bodies, beautiful women, etc. And what unfortunately occurs, especially from people that come from unhealthy family situations, is you can get overly obsessed with the material and the superficial and the shallow. You can get caught up in the physical, what people look like, how much money they have, stuff like that. And those things matter in the beginning. But when you're really in love, like when you really got that woman that's like really down for you, that woman that gave birth to your most precious asset in your life, your children, she reaches a level in your mind that puts her in a space that is separate from any chick that just walks by with a big booty. I don't know, fellas, please confirm this for me if you're hearing this. You know, when a woman gives birth to your kids, or you profess your love for her in a public forum to the point where you're committing your life to building this family together, building this empire together with her, she can't just be replaced by some other girl who comes along who's got longer hair and a nicer ass. Like it doesn't work that way. You know, like literally, it's like think of it not that you would compare a person to an inanimate object, but this is the best analogy I can come up with. Imagine you are Michael Jordan and somebody gives you a basketball, right? And now it's a it's just a basketball, right? And you're gonna be picky with your basketballs, right? You're gonna be like, okay, I don't, it's gotta be leather, it's gotta be quality, it's gotta be from the Nike store, whatever, right? So, but all the basketballs are kind of all competing against each other for you to pick the right one, right? So really, in a way, that you can compare that to kind of picking, you know, the nicest looking woman to kind of hang out with, or the guy with the most money, or whatever it is that you like, it's fine. But then let's say Michael Jordan picks a basketball, right? And then he takes that basketball and he wins a championship with that basketball. You know, he takes that basketball, they go through the whole season together. They go through the NBA playoffs together. They win the Eastern Conference Finals together on the last second jumper. Then they go and they win, you know, a game 7 series that goes down to the wire. Well, at that point, if you take that basketball from him, you know, he's gonna be like, "Where's my basketball? I need my basketball. I was mortified because I thought I would never get my basketball back." And so, somebody who doesn't understand the depth of that relationship is gonna say, "Come on, man, it's just a basketball. I know basketballs that are way better than that one. I know basketballs that got, you know, they got Persian leather on them that are so much better. That basketball's worn out. That basketball, the color, I don't even like the color. You can get a better color. Come on, you Michael Jordan, you can do better than that." But they don't understand that basketball is special because I won championships with that basketball, right? And so when you are with your queen, you're winning championships with your queen. You're giving birth to your children with your queen. You're building your empire with your queen. You're preserving your legacy with your queen. So when I'm winning championships with you, you're not just a regular player on my team anymore. You can't just be replaced with somebody who comes along who might be a little bit cuter, who might be a little bit thinner, or whatever. It's a different level of connection that goes far deeper than just the one dimensionality of just saying, okay, I want to be with the girl with the nicest ass, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I don't think this is going to make sense to some people, because some people, you know, unfortunately, we have, you know, the internet breeds a lot of 50-year-old teenagers. You know, you get a lot of bad information on the internet. You get a lot of, and you have a lot of broken, hurt ass people, you know, who are like, I'm going to spend my life dissing black women at every available opportunity, or I hate black men because I was molested when I was little, and or somebody, you know, whatever. And so the point of the matter is to say that when you're talking about, and I don't even know Russell Wilson, I don't know Ciara, but what I will say is that Ciara, if she gave birth to the man's child, Taylor, I'm busy. What do you need? The car is stuck outside. Okay. Hey guys, the car is stuck outside, so I've got to go. I'm gonna come back. But the point I want to make on this is that when you're talking about something as meaningful as the mother of your kids, that's not just the big booty hoe you met at the strip club. And so you got some men out here where that's all they know. All they know, just like you got some women that don't know anything about what it means to be with a quality man. So they think all men are garbage, right? So you got a lot of men that have never known what it's like to have children and build an empire with a quality woman. So all they know is, you know, $2 situations. And so people that only know $2 situations, or who are a little bit on the immature side, are going to look and say, oh, you could be with a much better woman than that. Or, oh, you look at how much money you have. You can have whatever you want. But I'm just telling you, when you anchor in with somebody that's relevant and meaningful to you, that person is not easily replaceable. You know, and take it from me. I mean, I've met a trillion women, and all the guys that, and the reason I never had a problem, you know, when I told everybody how much I loved Alicia, I had a lot of people that were like, "Oh, you simping because you're talking about how much you love that black woman." But I was like, I could have more women than you could have because I probably have 10 times more money than you. I'm definitely more famous than you, and believe me, I've met enough women out here to know the difference between quality and low quality. So you get to the point where you want something that actually is meaningful and relevant, and you don't just want another physical object that's sitting next to your body. So that's the 2 cents I want to share with you guys. Sorry about the interruption with the kids and all that. I'm gonna go handle this business, but I'm gonna go do some more of my simp shit and take care of my kids. And those y'all out here who just dating worthless hoes, God bless you. I hope that works out for you. So take care. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.